rope. Let's just get right into it today because we are here with the one and only Amir. Yes.
Hello, darlings.
What's going on?
Everything. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of stuff, but it's good. It's good stuff. And it's a short week with the holidays, so I'm fine with that. I'm happy about that.
It's all good. You know what is it's back July 10th, which is at this point probably tomorrow. Yes. We have the OC back in our lives, people.
We do, we
Are you
do.
excited to have your hometown girls back on the screen?
I am. I just love when they film like OC and I just love to see the girls around. I've seen Tamra, I've seen what's her name? Why am I blanking on everybody's name today?
Gretchen?
No, no, Gretchen I have not seen. Oh my God. Shannon Bedore. How did I forget her name?
Well, sometimes people forget, Shannon, you know.
They do. They do. Poor.
Um, well, you know what has surfaced? Miss Simpson is really very vocal in the past 2 weeks. This happened like a week ago. Emily, first of all, says, I mean, don't they always say this? Doesn't Andy always say this too? Emily says, this is it, the best season ever of RHOC.
I saw
But
that. I
you
was
saw
like,
that?
hmm.
But what she really says is she has a message for Gretchen. She says Gretchen is scared. She's afraid of Tamara Judge. Some call Tamara the rat that scurries. I don't say that. I say it sometimes. But Miss Simpson says that Gretchen fears Tamara, and she says, well, because the interviewer said, "How is it doing with Gretchen?" And she said, it was interesting. Gretchen is scared of Tamara. She says, Gretchen gets scared. Don't let her fool you. Gretchen can be very strong on the red carpet and very strong in interviews and very strong in podcasts. But it took her a little while to get to the part where she would have a conversation with Tamara. I feel like we had to constantly kind of like push her in that direction. And she said, Gretchen said, well, I didn't think I had to. And Emily said, girl, then why are you here? So apparently, Emily said Gretchen is afraid of Tamara. What do you think of this?
I mean, listen, Emily's another one. I saw at the mall. She looks great. She's beautiful. She has a good vibe, but I just sometimes don't get her outside of the show. She comes off so like intense and very defending of Gina and her weird relationship. I'm just like, I don't know what her goals are. So everyone's excited to have Gretchen back. None of us care if she confronts Tamara or not. We haven't seen her on our screens. She's an OG. Like, you should put a little respect on her name because at the end of the day, when I think of Emily, I really can't think of any moments other than her yelling at Kelly Dodd. Like, all she does is yell. She doesn't really share a lot about her life. Yeah, her husband's not an asshole anymore. But like, what else are we getting? I thought the most interesting thing about her life was that her mother-in-law was paying her house, and then that storyline went away. So I don't know. I'm not really a fan of her. I don't know how she's kind of skirted by and not gotten fired. I'm very surprised.
A lot. I mean, her and Gina, not even just for the OC, but they are, I mean, they certainly are on the OC. They are two of the longest standing housewives really in history. Like if you take out Kyle and Tamara and Erica, is a really long, but if you really to Melissa Gorgalo, she could be fired. We don't know, but they have more years than most when you want to compare it to every franchise.
They do. And Gina's in every one of the Bravo commercials or like any of the side hustles. She's in it. She's in the upfronts. I don't know. They just really like her. I don't know if it's because she's blonde and younger and white. So she kind of appeals to that Bravo base. Maybe that's what it is. And she's pretty like, she doesn't do podcasts or go outside of Bravo's rules at all. So maybe that's what it is. I've heard her father manages her social media, which makes a lot of sense because he don't respond to messages. He's very unprofessional. So I'm not surprised. This is what I've heard allegedly, that her father manages her social media. So
Well, she said, yeah, I guess that her father was responding. Remember when like this happened? Her father gave a compliment. She gave a compliment to herself or something, and people are like, she has a Finsta, but it was really her father or something. Yeah, she
oh,
blamed her father for something.
okay, well maybe Jax got the idea from Gina. Who knew?
And what you've seen Emily at the mall, and she's been weird.
No, no, she was lovely. She was beautiful. I saw her right after she had done, like, she's really done a lot of exercising and Ozempic, and she was with her daughter. And I like tagged her, and she responded, and she was lovely. I mean, I think some of these housewives, like, outside of the show, they come with a lot of smoke, and I'm like, but on the show, you're not really doing anything, and you're not really confronting people. You're just yelling and screaming, and it just feels like I'm not trying to defend, like some housewives that yell, for example, like Tamra or Kelly Dodd, but at least they have a point. I feel like Emily just screams and there's no point. I'm like,
There's no point. Well, Gretchen did clap back at
oh,
she's not afraid of Miss Simpson. She said, what did she say? She said, I'm not sure what show Emily was filming, but I'm not afraid of anyone. Once you see the show, we will see who is afraid of who. She was there when Tamra went running away multiple times from me. Basically, is what she's saying. So she's saying just the opposite. Like Tamra, like we even see in the trailer where Tamra's like, "You're an asshole, Gretchen," or something, and walked away, and she's saying she's not afraid. Listen, I think a housewife. Listen, if you are gone and you really want to come back, and I actually think Gretchen hasn't been thirsty. I think she's really been living her life. I don't think she's been like waiting for a call. I really don't think Alexis was either. I think when they were gone, they really were. But there's something to me about a housewife that comes back. I don't find them as, like, I don't see them as afraid. Like, you lost the job. You were on the sideline for a decade. It's over. Maybe, like, I don't think Gretchen was sitting there waiting for, like, how do I get back? I think she was like, anything I make now, if it's $1, is gravy. I never expected to make $1 from this show ever again. I think when you go back like that, you're not afraid. That's just my opinion.
I mean, I think it's like riding a bicycle. It's like if you haven't been on set and you haven't been in those conversations, like, and again, if it was like maybe if it was a new housewife, I would hold them to a higher standard. But even with Portia, I know people are saying it's a flop on Atlanta, but just seeing her on TV, I'm happy. Like when you've done the like work before and you've been part of some iconic scenes, and so has Gretchen with Slade and Joe and all this stuff. Like we've seen it all. So I give her a pass, even if she just sits there. It's like Cynthia. She's not doing anything, but she's so funny on Atlanta because we give her a pat. It's like, I don't know. I'm just like, sit there. And even if she doesn't interact with anyone, Emily, you don't need to comment on it. Like, just
You're
keep your mouth.
feeling the nostalgia.
I feel the nostalgia. I'm like, I don't even care if she shows up in her little peplum dresses and just kind of scurries around with the crazy white blonde hair. I'm like happy about it. I don't have a problem with her. She's not paying me to say this, guys. Like, I promise you, like, I genuinely, I've heard good things about her. I know people who know her in Orange County. A lot of Persians, like Layla Milani, is friends with her, and I know people that know her. And she's lovely. She's paid for people's birthdays. She covers costs. She seems like a nice person. So I'm like, what are we doing trying to make her? Oh, she didn't confront Tamara. I'm sorry. When you confront an asshole, then you're going to be an asshole. So maybe she doesn't want to do that. I don't know.
Listen, I have a mutual friend in common with her who lives in LA. This guy, Gregory Zarian, he's an actor. Gretchen was on my podcast. She was wonderful when she was here. Really,
Like,
truly. Like, but even before and after via text. And I